live in the studio right here at Down on the Radio for this week's edition of My Career, My Calling. And we are so excited to be with you. And yes, we thank you so much for staying with us. And I just wanted to thank everyone for bearing with us. The last 2 weeks we've not been present in the studio, but we've tried our best to make sure that we kept you informed, and so we've been streaming from outside the studio. So thank you so much for bearing with us. We've been able to rectify the issues that were affecting us, and we are so glad that we are able to join you today again. Now, if you remember, we've been telling you that we were going to be having a big seminar today on the 6th of August. Well, that went off today, the Job Readiness Seminar and Career Expo. And we're just going to give you a little bit of update on how that went today. And I'm telling you, if you missed it, then sorry, but it was just so good. And hopefully you'll be able to join us next time. So yes, we had our Job Readiness Seminar and Career Expo today, and what an amazing time we've had. We had a great lineup of speakers. We had exhibitors come in to show, the participants how they can get connected to job network providers, and we had quite a few of them. We had sessions from professionals in the field, and we had training colleges present. We had various institutions. We had a migration agent, and we had a professional coach with us today, just providing advice and guidance and lots of motivation for our participants. And so we're just going to give you a quick update on how that went, and just to let you know that we did live stream from the presentations today, and we have 2 recordings: the introductory session, which was the first part, and the second part 2 with some of the guest speakers was on, and both of these recordings are recorded live via iCare Community Services Facebook page. So if you're interested in seeing the replay of that, in just a short while, maybe in the next 30 minutes, I'm going to create a watch party so you are able to watch those sessions from today and really get the benefit. I'm telling you, if you were not in the studio today, then you really missed out, because I'm telling you that we had these professionals who were just providing so much motivation and so much advice and expertise. Man, we heard so much. So in a moment, I'm going to be giving you just a sneak peek at what we discussed today, but you can go and watch the videos for yourself. The full video recording that was live broadcasted via Facebook is available on iCare Community Services Facebook page, and you can watch that at your leisure, and I will try my best. That will be available for you. You can share it with your family and friends. My goodness. So I'm just going to give you a rundown of what that was, and so you know exactly what you're going to get. So we started off this morning with the opening by our city council, one of our councillors from Liverpool City Council. From the Liverpool City Council, Councillor Karishma Kalianda, and she was representing the Mayor of Liverpool. And we really just want to say a big thank you to Her Lordship, the Mayor from Liverpool, for sending her representative to speak with us today and to give us an update on what's happening around our city. We heard about the new airport that will be coming on stream in the next few years, and how this is planned to be an airtropolis, and that many organizations have already signed up and partnered with the airport. So there will be so many opportunities for migrants to find work locally, and the airport is part of a greater plan for the city of Sydney, but also Liverpool is being positioned as the next big city in Sydney. And so we have to be really looking out for all these updates. Follow the Liverpool City Council, look on their website, follow their social media, and get as much information about that. So, man, we were just really treated with some good information and some good stuff from Councillor Karishma Kalianda. We also heard from the CEO of iCare Community Services, Bishop Richard Asamoah Boateng, who gave us a rundown of what iCare Community Services is. And we heard about the multicultural community services and the National Disability Insurance Scheme support services that are provided through iCare to people across southwestern and western Sydney. And we also heard about some of the other initiatives, including the job readiness program, which this project is a part of. We heard about the community initiative where they are providing healthy, nutritious food for members of the community, and of course, how they support people living with disabilities to integrate and to connect with the community and to live a wholesome life and to improve their well-being. So go to iCare Community Services website and you will see all the wonderful things that they're doing there. And also remember, the Facebook page has a full video of today's event. Today we were also treated, oh my goodness, today we were treated with a visit from the Department of Home Affairs. Now, I've told you before that we were able to get a small grant through the Department of Home Affairs to support this project. And we were so pleased that we were visited by the Community Liaison Officer for New South Wales from the Department of Home Affairs. How good is that? We were treated today. And so the Community Liaison Department of the Home Affairs Ministry, their role is to engage with communities and key communities around Australia to deliver government policy and to ensure that the policies that the government the policies that are being implemented are relevant and that they actually happen at the community level. And so one of their aim is to create and to build cohesive communities and to maintain awareness on the different issues that are of concern to the communities. And these are the issues that the government are aware of and that they are working with communities to address them. So that was a real treat for us to hear that integration and diversity is one of the key issues that the Department of Home Affairs is working on, and to ensure that migrants, people from different backgrounds, and even if you're not a migrant but you have some kind of difference, Australia is such a multicultural community. The department is really concerned and putting a lot of weight behind ensuring that the community is integrated and that we all succeeding and surviving. So thank you so much, Miss Fiona from the Community Liaison Office, for joining us today. We also were so privileged to have representative from the Australian Migration Guide, and this is a migration company that's based here in New South Wales, and we had guidance from them. One of the main issues that face our migrants is actually the visa issues. We had people who actually really needed guidance, people on different types of visas struggling and just not sure what to do. And we had these people on hand today to help with some of these kind of advice. And so we were so grateful. And remember to check out the Australian Migration Guide for any support that they will be able to provide for you in your migration journey. Now, to cap off the first part of this morning, we had our guest speaker, and oh my goodness, what a speaker. We were able to get to speak to us this morning, the president of the African Professionals of Australia, the New South Wales branch, and that's Mr. Ken Mufumbiro, who is an alumnus and former chair of the African Australian Inclusion Program at the National Australian Bank. And might I tell you that Ken is really passionate about promoting the importance of cultural diversity and inclusion in navigating the dilemmas and opportunities of social cohesion in workplaces and in society. And what better person to get to address a forum that's looking at social inclusivity and integration than Mr. Ken Mufumburo. And I'm telling you, he was just the perfect person to speak to us. Lots of experience, and he was able to really take us on a journey, being inspired by people of color such as Martin Luther King and also Madiba himself. He used a special acronym today, and if you want to hear about it, go to the Facebook page and look at the introductory video from the first session this morning. It was an absolutely amazing speech from Ken this morning, and I'm telling you, I left the room feeling so motivated. I was so pumped, and I was really grateful that we had the opportunity to get people like Ken to come and speak to us. Someone who is so passionate about his community and really championing the cause for migrants, particularly Africans of African heritage, who, he's helping to make that name, we're not just known for the negative things, but also how our migrants are doing. And so before I go on and tell you about the second half of the program, we had some feedback from some of the participants today, and I'm going to play some of that for you. And I do hope that you're able to enjoy this. So thank you for coming today. What's your motivation for coming to our Job Readiness Seminar and Career Expo today?
Just to see the opportunities that are available to me.
Very good. Thank you.
Sorry, because I speak English not much.
It's all right. Just tell us. Are you happy to be here?
Yeah.
Happy to be here? Great, great.
The speakers are very motivating, yeah. And the free stuff, yeah.
So the job network providers, did you get to interact with them today?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Was that useful?
Yeah, it was very.
Yeah. What about some of the other people? Did you like the LinkedIn session?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Really good. Yeah. And are you looking forward to the rest of the day?
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Good. Thank you.
No worries.
Just an audio. You don't have to say your name.
I like the job expo was good and interesting and lots of information, and really enjoyed, and our lunch break as well. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you. What about you?
Thank you very much for encourage for us for job about job. Thank you very much. Enjoy your time.
Yes, thank you.
Excuse me?
How do you think that today went? How is it going? Are you enjoying it?
Oh yes, I'm enjoying sure because it's very nice looking. Somebody come here for organize something. Talk to each other, something like that. Maybe next time you need help, something like that.
Yes.
Maybe help each other, looking for the job. Maybe have life get better.
Yes.
Possible, something like that. Yes.
So you meet some friends today?
Sure.
Good. Make sure you're networking and meeting friends.
Yeah, it's
today.
meet a friend, something that can help each other.
Good.
Organize, looking for the job, something like that, because you need help, something like that.
Yes. Thank you.
Hi, I enjoyed to be part of this event, and very good information I get from this event, and I'm pleasure to invite to be part in this event. Thank you so much.
Yep. Okay.
So I came here to get guidance, like how I can prepare for my future career, and some of the topics are very important, and some of the tricks and techniques they shows for the communication, network building, and LinkedIn. I personally like them much because I'm a student and I'm actively looking for the work at the moment. So that is like very crucial point, and I found it very informative and extremely useful for my career building.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
We had the opportunity to attend the Job Readiness seminar today, and we'd like to thank Stephanie and her team for all their support and all the engaging and interesting seminars that got to speak and listen to today.
Okay, thank you. Hi, look, my name is Sandra Hurtado, and I've only been coming here for about a week, and this section that they've been doing, I find that it's been really interesting and it's very helpful, and I'm just really impressed with the way they've handled everything, and we've taken a lot of things, and I've been going to a lot of these, and I find that it's so interesting, and hopefully this helps a lot of people. Thank you for your time and have a great day.
There you have it. Those were some of the participants today. We caught up with them and we just asked them how they felt about the seminar today, and we're really grateful that we had some really good feedback. And as time goes by, we'll give you some updates on how we went with that. We asked them to provide feedback through an evaluation as well. So yes, so after a really great morning, starting off with, our dignitaries, then we moved to the second session when we really had the powerhouse presenters. And I want to say big thank you to Miss Amanda Owens and her husband John Poa for supporting us today with chairing the program and running one of the sessions, and also for John. This couple is from Jasper Avenue, and Jasper Avenue is a creative agency that specializes in social media, photography, and visual content creation for business. And they took time out of their busy schedule today to come and sow their time and their gifts into this workshop, in terms of helping us run one of the workshops and also to do the photography for us. So we just want to say big thank you to Jasper Avenue for their commitment and their support for the event today. And so for that second session, we started off with Jane Jackson from Jane Jackson Coach. And if you remember a couple of weeks ago in June, we actually had Jane Jackson in the studio for an interview, and she spoke about the importance of making sure that your LinkedIn profile was up to date. Yes, that Jane Jackson was here live and direct at the seminar today, and what an amazing session it was. We had such a great time with Jane today. The audience loved her. We were all provoked. Some of us didn't even know that we needed to fix up our LinkedIn profile, but it's such an important aspect. And Jane reminded us about how important it is to make sure our profile is up to date, make sure we have a nice, catchy headline that people can find the keywords when they are searching for someone for a job. And that was really great today. So a lot of us actually went home and worked on our LinkedIn profiles. So it's really, really important for us to ensure that our social media profile is representing us and really tells the story that we want people to see about us and to find. So that was just so amazing. Go to the iCare Community Services Facebook page and you will see the video. That's the Job Readiness Seminar Part 2. So that was started off by Jane. And followed by Jane, we had Mr. Jose Ivora. Jose is a trainer extraordinaire. He operates Darwin College, which is a vocational training institution that provides vocational training. And what Jose did for us was to walk us through the different credentials that people can get through the vocational sector. And he also really reminded us of how important it was that, it's not necessary for you to force your children to go on to do a degree if they don't want to do it, because there are so many other options. And if you remember a couple of weeks ago, Jose was actually here in the studio and he mentioned some of these things. So today he actually went into depth about how the vocational pathway can be a great solution for people who don't know where they want to go. He spoke about the micro credentials where you can actually do certain competencies as part of an overall course where you get the competencies and you get the accreditation for those competencies, and later on you can actually put them together and achieve a degree or some other higher education accreditation. So that was a really great one, looking at the right pathway through skilled training. And after Jose today, we also had Rayan Elba from At Work Australia. And Rayan is a disability services consultant. And to be very honest, I learned so much from Rayan today because I didn't realize that you actually have organizations that specializes in people with disabilities. And too often we actually neglect people with disabilities in the workplace. We actually struggle. A lot of us as employers, we struggle in employing people with disabilities. But one of the things we don't recognize is that the people with this disability have it really tough, because not only are they challenged, but sometimes the stigma and the difficulties around access and appropriateness of the services can become even a greater hindrance to them. And so I was so glad that we were able to get someone to come in and talk about, what services are available out there to support people with not just the visible disabilities, but people with the invisible disabilities, such as mental health. And they have great programs. They've got coaches that take you through and guide you through the whole process. Even after you've got the job, they will have someone who hold your hand and see you through that entire process. So there are a few organizations out there that provide these services. And if you've got a child or a partner or someone with a disability, don't lose hope. There are organizations out there that are providing this service that can help you to navigate the job market, that can help you to put together your CV, can help you to put together your plan, can help you to navigate where you want to go. And they actually have partnerships with organizations who are willing to employ people with disabilities. So there's so much hope. And I'm telling you, today was a day when we realized that there's so much hope for all of us, and that people don't have to be discouraged. And the final presenter for this professional section was Mr. Mark Haynes from the University of Sydney. And Mark is really passionate about professional networking. He runs a course, and Mark has been on this show before, and he's spoken about the importance of networking and how to connect with other people to build those relationships for mutual benefits. And Mark really went into depth again about different things. And Mark also touched on the importance of using LinkedIn as a networking tool, and also ensuring that what you say really reflects who you are. And there was something interesting Mark said today again. He also mentioned that while it's important to have a great LinkedIn profile, make sure your other social media is actually reflecting who you are, because employers actually do go and search for your profile online, and they will find your Facebook profile. So be careful of what you post. Be careful of the personality or the types of things that you showcase while you're on social media. And so in a nutshell, that was it. And then the final session today, what we did, we had small groups where we got participants to break out into 3 groups where they chose which one they wanted to attend. So we had one group that looked at people who were looking for opportunities to enhance their career prospects and their ability to connect. So that was a more in-depth small group time with Mark to look more at how they can focus on professional networking and get more in-depth and maybe more personalized tips, and providing an opportunity for them to ask more specific questions that we couldn't take during the other sessions. We also had another session that looked at how people can get upskilled, or how they can identify what course was best for them. And so we had a small group session with Jose from the training college, so that those who really wanted to talk about career pathways in terms of what training to do, they were able to ask specific questions. So they had someone to sit down with them and help them to work through, okay, this is where I want to go, and what exactly do I need to get there, and which courses are suited for me. And then finally, Amanda took another group of people who really wanted to look at their vision. So they were casting their vision for their career, looking forward, and they actually left with a vision statement that they developed for themselves, and they had something to walk away with today. And so in a nutshell, I just wanted to give you an update of what happened here today, and just to say that we broadcasted the event live today via the iCare Community Services Facebook page. And so we've got 2 videos. The first one, which is the introduction, looks at the first part of the program, where we had the counselor, we had the Department of Human Affairs, and the CEO of iCare speaking. And then the second one, which is part 2, which looked at the more specific career professionals and the advice and so on that they were providing. So please take time out. In just maybe the next 5 minutes, I will create a watch party so you are able to see that, and hopefully it will pop up on your page, and so you will be able to see that. And please provide us with some comments, some feedback. We've put out a survey a couple of weeks ago. It is still available on the My Career, My Callings Facebook page. If you can just spare us 2 minutes to answer those questions, just give us some feedback on how we are doing with these live programs on air. What more can we do? What you don't like? What can we do? How can we help you to interact more, and provide us with some feedback? We would be most grateful. And so I'm going to leave it there for today, because it's been a full day and there's so much for you to catch up on our Facebook page. So thank you for joining us. And it's been an awesome time. And I will see you right here next week. We've got another amazing interview coming up. Next week, we'll be interviewing one of the job network providers. And we've got a couple of them who are going to be in studio with us. And we'll be able to talk more about how their services work and how you can connect with them, how you can benefit by registering and getting assistance from the job network provider. So thank you for joining us today. I'm Stephanie Fletcher-Lartey. I've been your host, and this has been My Career, My Calling. Join us next week, Tuesday, same time, same place, 6 p.m. And we shall be here live on Down on the Radio for another special series of My Career, My Calling. Thank you for joining us, and may you have a wonderful evening. God bless you, and see you next week. Bye-bye.